Hello everyone, this is Suganthan from the Zoho Survey. Thanks everyone for joining this wonderful webinar. So it's all about Zoho Survey's free version, so how you can create a survey form at free of cost. So the agenda for today will be like we'll have a short introduction to Zoho Survey, followed by the functionalities what you get at free of cost, and then we'll jump into the live demo to help you understand how to build a survey and what are the ways to send out to your audience and what kind of customization you can do basically with the survey in the free version. And then when people start answering, how you're going to look into the data within your reports and so on. Moving on, we'll have the dedicated Q&A session, and then we'll finally conclude. So you'll have the questions section available on the left. You can drop your questions on the Q&A session. So we have our team of panel experts available to answer with all your queries. So why Zoho Survey? It's a one-stop solution to build your own customized survey form. Basically, you can create any kind of surveys with this tool. It could be related to a customer satisfaction survey to understand whether they were happy with the service or the product that's been served, or maybe you're looking to do some customer engagement surveys, or maybe an employee feedback survey to understand whether the organization is in the right mood, like whether the people working here are in a healthy environment, is there something that needs to be improved, and so on. Or maybe you're looking to expand your business to different regions to do extensive market research. You can get it done with Zoho Survey, where you can tap in the right set of audience and capture the data from the right people. There are many more to do, but these are some of the most commonly used aspects in Zoho Survey. Now, when you start doing surveys with your audience, with your clients, or with your customers, you're going to directly listen to them so that the more you know about your customers, the smarter the decisions could be. In today's world, we have a ton of information available on the internet, but not all the informations are suitable for our requirement. So when you directly engage with your customers and they give you the input, you have the quality set of data with which you can take better insights. And these are some of the ways using which you can capture the data from your target audience. One could be like face-to-face interviews where you're going to meet them and ask a few questions and they're going to share their experience with you. Or maybe you want to drop an email with your customers stating that, hey, please feel free to drop a suggestion so that we can get in touch with you. So the same ways goes for SMS as well, because in today's world, everyone almost has a smartphone. So in a touch, you can reach them via email or via SMS so that they can quickly leave a feedback. And the surveys, what you create within our tool, it's fully compatible across all the devices. So one could answer a survey form from a mobile device, from a tablet device, or even from a computer. But it's a single step process. So you don't need to create different forms for different devices. It's taken care of it. And we also offer QR codes. If you're going to ship your products to your customers, you can have your survey form as a QR code added to the packaging. So you're most likely going to receive a feedback out of it when your product is way too good or it's way too bad. But something or the other, you have a better opportunity to rectify if there's something wrong. And if something is really good, you can focus on it to improve your overall business. The other ways are like to communicate via phone, or maybe you want to share it on social medias. All right, let's look into the features that is available with the Zoho Surveys free plan. In terms of survey creations, we give you full access to the entire template gallery. So in our template galleries, we have various categories available, like around 7 to 9 categories. And for each categories, there are plenty of surveys available. So if you count or put all together, it's beyond 250. So when you're new to a survey tool, you may be struck where to start with. So in order to take you from that step, the templates would be really helpful to basically understand, okay, these are the kind of questions that could be helpful to capture the data. So you can choose the right template and further modify it to your taste. We also offer you the bulk question builder. So if you have your questions available in a Word document, you can directly upload those details over here, and we'll take care of creating the survey for you. With the free version, you can have up to 3 surveys in the account, whereas each survey could hold a maximum of 10 questions in it. We highly recommend you to have your survey questions around 10 to make sure you get the most out of it, because more the questions, you're less likely going to get the required number of responses you're targeting to. And in terms of creating a survey form, um, we have around 30 different types of questions to choose from. And with the free version itself, you get access to most of the question types that is most commonly used. So just 5 questions are not being available. So out of 30, 25 question types will be available in the free version. So once the questions are done, what kind of customizations you can do? You can have a dedicated introduction page to help your respondents understand the purpose of the survey. And then you can also have a follow by terms and condition pages where you can let them know that these are the things that you need to have in mind. Upon agreeing, you can take them to the actual survey form. And the surveys could be split into multiple pages as well. So maybe for the first page, you can just capture the informations like the name, email, or something, because by default, it's going to be an anonymous survey. So if you wish to identify your audience, you can ask for it, and then categorize your survey into sections by splitting the surveys into multiple pages. And once the survey customizations are done, uh, it's really important to make the survey look very attractive to capture more responses towards it. Because if there's going to be an ugly way of presenting a survey form, you're most unlikely to get a response to it. So we give you full functionalities in terms of the customizations and themes, right from the body to the header to the footer. Everything is customizable. So let's assume that you create a survey in your personal account to see whether it will be a suitable need. And maybe if that really helps for you, maybe you could consider that for your actual actual live survey. Maybe you want to do this on your official account. So that what we offer you is like you can transfer the surveys from your account to the new account. So you don't need to start from the scratch every single time. So in terms of distribution, we offer you a few options. So as mentioned earlier, by default, all your responses will be anonymous. So if you're going to send it out via any email tool of your choice, you can just copy the link and share it with your audience. But beyond that, we also have inbuilt email distribution feature where you can upload the list of contacts over here, and we take care of triggering the surveys. So there are a few advantages of using an email distribution feature. Something like you can schedule your emails like when it needs to be sent, and you can also set up reminder emails to the participants who are yet to complete answering your survey at specific date and times. Whereas with the free version, it's a bit limited, like just 10 emails per survey. But whereas when you have a paid version, you have way more capabilities, like around 10,000 to 30,000 emails in a single day. It is possible. We also offer you a QR code, and the survey is what you create in this tool. You can also embed it on your website, or maybe you want to put it as a pop-up on your website. It is still doable. And of course, you can integrate with social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook to share it on the feeds. Once it's launched out, you can look into the data within the reports of Zoho Survey. We give you 2 kinds of options. One would be a summary of responses, which gives you overall statistics of all the responses put together in a graphical and in a statistical way. And the other could be the individual responses. So that will give you a raw data so you can take better insights out of it. And you'll have access to the first 100 responses to all your surveys, but whereas you can definitely collect unlimited responses. So if there's a breach in the number of responses that you expect and it has been beyond your expectation, you don't need to worry about that. You can upgrade anytime to a paid version and unlock it at free of cost. But this is just for the first time upgrade. So in terms of the integration capabilities, Zoho Survey, we can integrate with Zoho campaigns and MailChimp in order to distribute your surveys, because we have a limitations in the number of emails that you could send out directly from our tool. But if you have a subscription with campaigns or MailChimp, or maybe even the free version supports to a certain limit, so you can trigger your surveys from either of these tools depending on your convenience. And in terms of the data that you capture in the Zoho survey, you can integrate Zoho survey with Zoho Analytics in order to pull the data and build your own dashboard out of it. You may wonder what kind of assistance you may get when you have a free version. We offer you 24/5, that's Monday to Friday. The assistance will be provided via email. So you can always write to us on support@zohosurvey.com with any queries. We will be happy to answer all your queries over email. And maybe you need a call to speak, or maybe you are stuck somewhere, you need assistance. We can offer you a phone or a remote assistance to clarify all your queries. All right. I hope the information that's been provided till now, it's clear. Now let's jump into the live demo to simply create a survey and show how it works. When you're new to the Zoho survey, this is how it may look like when you log in into Zoho survey. So I mentioned earlier, like these are some of the categories that is available. So you can have a customer satisfaction, a marketing kind of surveys, or maybe a government and political kind of surveys, and so on. You can decide the categories in which you are looking to create a survey. Since it's a demo, I'll start from a scratch, give it a name, let's say CSAT, and what category does it fall under? It's the customer satisfaction, and click on create. Even before that, if you look to create a survey, we give you a few options by default. The options are like to import a survey. So you can directly import the document of your questions, the answers, so that we build the survey for you automatically. So you're going to have your data something in this way, and we turn it out to be like this. Or maybe if this is a bit confusing for you, you can use the quick editor. So just copy paste the content over here, and we build the survey for you. The other options are like to choose from templates. We have various templates available. So on your left, you can just scroll down to see if there's something more relevant for you and look into the questions. If this is suitable, click on select, give it a name, and you'll be good to go. And finally, copy from existing survey. This is something which may not be handy for you right away, but if in case you're looking to redo the same survey that you had done in the past with minor changes to it, then you can use your previous set of surveys as a template as well. Select this and make those changes. So we'll begin with the new survey. So once you give a name, you get into it, you'll be landing in the editor mode where you have your questions on your left. So these are all the question types that is available. So we have like 30 different types of questions to choose from. Out of this, 25 of those are available. So I'll quickly let you know what is not available. So you don't get the signature field or the file upload. Signature is to get an acknowledgement, and file upload is like your audience can upload a file as part of the answers towards it. And the matrix drop down, matrix grid, and matrix text box. These three questions will not be available. So in total of five, you can't use it, but beyond this, every single questions is applicable. Now, when we talk about a survey, it's good to have an introduction to it to help your respondents understand the purpose of the survey. So in order to add an introduction, you can get into the settings and choose introduction page, click on configure, have the content like welcome. Please take a few minutes to help us understand where we stand. You can click on save. And then if you come back to the editor, you can start adding the questions. Now, let's say if it's like a rating scale where you want to understand like how satisfied are you with the product, then you can go with the rating scale and frame your context like how satisfied are you with our product or service. You can define your context over here. And 1 to 5, you can have the ratings. Or maybe I want to label every single choices, then I can have the weighted choice, which will label from 1 to 5. And we also have predefined choices, something like this. But if in case you want to overcome these numbers, then you have the options to change the representations from numbers to smileys and configure it in this way. Followed by, if you wish to have like a follow-up question, like a multiple choice, what did you like the most about your experience? So you can have your options entered one below the other. For reference, let's say product design. Maybe the next options as features, value for money, and customer service. So you can have the choices one below the other over here, something like this. And then maybe if you want to ask, like, would you recommend us to your friends or family? We can have it like an NPS. That's the Net Promoter Score. How likely are you to recommend to a friend or family? So it's as simple as that. You're just going to frame your questions and have the choices below, something like this. And maybe if you want them to type like what improvements or you suggest something of its kind, you can use a long answer. So just select the right question, drag and drop it, and you're done. You can force the respondents to answer a question by marking it as mandatory so that they get a red asterisk symbol to answer it. And in terms of the long answer question type, the number of characters limit is around 20,000, which is more than sufficient to leave a feedback. And you can even adjust the width characters of the answer boxes to accommodate all in a single line. And in order to add a page, you can click on this add page icon, split the surveys into multiple pages as well. It's up to you. So once the survey questions are ready, you can jump into the settings. And under settings, you can go to the preferences where you can enable the page progress bar to help your respondents understand the number of pages left, and then click on save. And then you can go to the themes where you get fully customizable themes available. So you can just apply any one of the themes of your choice and further modify it to your taste. Something like these options, the background where you have these gray sections, you can add some patterns to it, or maybe you want to stick to a specific color. It is also feasible. And you can enter the red, green, and blue value of the color that you're targeting to match your existing colors on the website. It is doable. Or you can directly upload the image from your system so that the entire section of the background is added along with the picture. Next comes the header, where you have this yellow section. You can change the colors, or you can even upload an image as part of your header. Next comes the body, where you have your survey questions. So you can play between the spacing between the questions, the fonts, the font size, and so on. So this is for the questions, now this is for the answers. You design it, the colors, every single aspect is customizable. Now, if you want your form colors to be merged with the background, you can just go back to the general, enable the form opacity, and merge it to a certain extent that it goes well with the background. And you can click on save and apply, give it a name, let's say webinar, and that will be available under the My Themes. So you don't need to recreate the theme every single time for your future surveys. You can just come to your theme section and click on apply, and it's taken care of. Once it's done, you can go to the launch and publish your survey. By publishing it, we'll generate a unique link. So anyone who's going to access this link, they'll be able to leave a feedback for you. and you can share it out to your audience via any tool of your choice. But we also offer you the QR codes. So this way is also feasible. Like maybe you want to paste it somewhere where people scan and share a feedback, it is doable. We also have the inbuilt email distribution feature where you can create the context. So this will be the body of your email, which is again fully customizable. The branding of Zoho Survey will be available in the free version, whereas when you upgrade to a paid plans, you can remove that. And to whom the survey needs to be sent, you can upload the list of contacts from a spreadsheet or a CSV, or you can even type those contents manually over here. And once you type it out, for reference, let's say at zoho.com, you have the option to send out the surveys as a one-time invite or a recurring invite. If it's one time, I have the option to send it right away or even schedule it at a later date and time. If in case I send it right away, I also have the option to set up reminder emails. So the content of the email body is again customizable. So to whom the reminder should be sent? Is it to the people who are yet to answer your survey? Partially responded will be applicable when you have more than one pages on your survey form. So you can uh, allow the users to come back at a later date and time to complete from where they had left with the help of partially responded. So we'll remind both of them at what date and time we want to remind them. That is again suitable. You can schedule it and it's done. And we also give you the pop-up codes. So for the pop-up, you can decide where exactly you want the survey to come up and after at what particular time, or maybe based on exit intent and so on. So all these configurations could be done and you can generate a code. Or if you want it as a direct embed, we give you the iframe and the HTML links. So once people start answering the survey, all the data will reach out to the report section so that you can take better insights out of it. Maybe I'll show you a sample survey report. So in this report, if you see that we have around 149 visits. So out of those, 86 people have clicked on the link, clicked on the link and answered the survey. 64 people have completed and 22 are partial. So if you just scroll down, you look into the net promoter score. So you get the NPS score by default. That's the overall NPS. This is applicable when you have multiple NPS questions in your survey form. And this is the overall CSAT score. So this is applicable when you have multiple rating scale questions in your survey form. And these are the stats just below that. If you just scroll down to your questions, now you see like how did you hear about us? We give you the list of options, maybe like booking.com, via Google Ads or via newspaper ads and so on. The kind of charts that you're looking at over here, it's fully customizable. So you can decide the kind of charts you're looking at, what kind of colors is applied, you want to customize it, it can also be done. And the statistics will be available just below that. So if you just scroll down, you see the list of questions, what kind of options that you get. And this is a pie chart, that's a bar chart, and so on. Something like this. So for all the open-end questions, we give you the functionalities like word cloud, where if you just hover your mouse above the term service, 3 people have given the term services and so on. Again, this is a paid feature, not a free one. Whereas we also offer you the sentimental analysis. So you determine the tone of your audience, whether it's towards a positive or a negative rating. Whereas in the free version, you can directly look into the data, but not the analysis. This graphs and statistics, you get that with the free plan. And with the free plan, you can export the data into a PDF, but in the PDF, you'll have a watermarking available in it. It will be something like this. Once you enable the export, once you try to export it, it will be available under the export section. And if I just download this file, you'll see the watermarking of Zoho Survey. This is how it will look like, but you'll have the entire set of data available, something like this. So This is about the Zoho surveys tool, like how you basically create a survey, how you design the surveys, and how you launched out to your audience. All these functionalities will be available with the free tool. So you can see how it goes well for you, and there's no urgencies to start with the paid version. You can definitely start with the free plan, see if that's sufficient for you. But if in case you need more features and functionalities, at that time you can consider for a paid plan. And the surveys and the data, whatever you collect, will still be available, and you can directly take it forward, and you don't need to start it right from the scratch every single time. So I hope we covered the entire set of data during this webinar. So it's time for questions. You can drop your questions on the Q&A session. If not, you haven't done it already. And we would highly appreciate if you could just scan this QR code and leave a feedback, so that we would continuously love to improve ourselves in terms of the content we deliver and the kind of surveys, the kind of webinars you're looking forward to. You can leave your suggestions over there. Or maybe if you need a personalized demo, you can still book a demo via the same QR code. So our team will get in touch with you. Thank you one and all for your wonderful time. I hope this session was really helpful. For future updates on the webinars and announcement in terms of features, please follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram so that you never miss an update from us. Thank you. Have a great day, and bye-bye.